we're really beautifully progressing. We don't feel stuck anymore. It's like, if it was really cloudy, it's now clear. And yeah, there's so much clarity, light, brightness coming in this week. Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I'm Sarah Louise. I'm an intuitive. I'm a reader of the cosmic weather, and I'm here to share with you what's coming up. So what energy is going to be around and how you can best navigate yourself through the week. So my lovely friends, we have an incredible week coming up. And when I tune into the energy, I'm just like, we're really beautifully progressing. We don't feel stuck anymore. It's like, if it was really cloudy, it's now clear. And yeah, there's so much clarity, light, brightness coming in this week. And that's super cool to be able to say that when we have a full moon coming up. Yeah, so this week is big. We have a full moon in Capricorn, which is, I think it's beautiful. We have Mercury going retrograde, which sometimes people go, oh no, but I actually think it's a really good thing. And we've got this lovely activation happening around Mars, which also I think is really empowering. And if I tune into the energy, the frequency of this week, I'm like, we are progressing so beautifully. And I can see why the first few months of this year have felt a little, or, for the last few years really, have felt a little bit like stripping away and confronting and healing and painful and like, letting go of old layers and beliefs and old stuff, like really in your face, because the energy now is really supporting us to be, that true, authentic, real, powerful self. And we couldn't do that with all those layers that we were holding onto and all those old conditions and belief systems that actually took us so far away from who we were. We didn't even know who we were. So there's been this beautiful stripping back, stripping back, stripping back, stripping back, stripping back. And now the energy, I feel, is really supporting us. Like the word that comes through like so much right now is trust, trust, trust. Trust who you are becoming. Yeah, so you're going to feel those internal shifts and those internal kind of like realignments. Trust that. Yeah, we have been so deeply conditioned and programmed, and we've kind of created these personas around us that quite often we've outdated. And we're in a time right now where we can let go of some of those layers, like with real support. And we've been in that. And now it's like, okay, take your jacket off, walk into a room. Who are you going to be? Are you going to be who they want you to be? Or are you going to be who you are? Are you going to speak your truth? Are you going to be authentic? Or are you going to people please and fall into, conditioning and and I feel like we're brave enough now to, and the energy is really supporting us to like take a look like this full moon, like full moons, illuminations, beautiful time for us to have a real good look. It's in Capricorn structures, how we've set our lives up, what's supporting us. Yeah, take a look. Does that still work for you? Because if it doesn't, you can change. You can change those structures. You can change the strategies. Yeah, nothing is set in stone. Yeah, especially not you. So, this week we've got this beautiful full moon that wants us to sit back, have a look, okay, who am I today? Who am I becoming? Do my structures, do my strategies support that going forward? If not, let's do a little bit of readjusting. Yeah, and let's also start to trust the person we are becoming, and remember that life you know, this life isn't all about, you know, just kind of doing the work and healing and, you know, stripping back layers. There comes to a point where it's like, okay, well, let's start living it. Let's start being it. Let's start laughing. Let's start being more joyful. Yeah. Let's start tapping into, you know, the truth of who we are without having to constantly think like, will that be okay? Am I okay? Am I saying the right thing? Like, really? It's so exhausting. Yeah. And that's what this week and this time and this beautiful, like, we're stepping into a new month. The energy is very different. I feel like, you know, June was a little bit more of that uncovering and, like, you know, releasing layers and who am I and who am I? And now it's like, okay, I know who I am. Do I trust who I am? Do I trust who I'm becoming? Can I support myself in my truth? Have I got my own back? And I hope you're answering yes to lots of those, because it's time, right? We've also got Mercury going retrograde this week, which means that we have this beautiful kind of little bit of a pullback in some areas. And it's not to make you think you're going backwards, but sometimes we've missed some of the wisdom. Sometimes we've missed some of the story, and we get to have another little look. So it's not bad, and it's not, you know, some people are quite negative around this alignment, and it's not, it doesn't have to be that. It can be like, oh, I'll just take another little relook. Is there any wisdom? Is there anything here I need to relook at? If old family dynamics come up or old stuff comes up, it's like, oh, okay, I obviously missed something first time. Why am I here again? What do I need to, like, see here, feel here, learn here? And then we move on. Yeah, so it's not bad. Nothing's bad. Yeah, and then we've got this kind of really nice Mars activation at the end of the week, which is a bit more like, got some more energy and a bit more kind of forward momentum. So, you know, it's a bit like walking, right? Walking along a path. Yeah. We just keep going. Some of the steps are going to feel like we're walking over a bit of a hill, or, you know, a bit slippery, or super cool, or a bit sandy, or a bit gravelly, or, you know, oh, what was that? But we just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and we trust the path. Yeah, because we kind of created it, right? Thoughts, words, and actions created that path. So if you're not happy with the path, come back to Creator. Yeah. And I want you to really trust who you're becoming on that path. Trust that if it's dark, you're going to find your way. Trust if it's a bit hilly that you've got what it takes to walk over the hill. Trust that if there comes up a little signpost and you're going to make a decision, that you're going to go the right way for you. Yeah. And smile along the way. Yeah. It got heavy there for a while, got pretty hectic, yeah? And now it's like, okay, it's July. Like, lighten up. Yes, there's a full moon. Yes, do some journaling. Yes, do some reassessing under the Mercury retrograde. Yes, sit back and observe. Yes, use the Mars energy to, you know, write down, you know, where am I going? What do I want? What are my intentions? Maybe let go of something under this full moon. What do you need to let go of? Yeah. It's not a week to force big things, because sometimes we can be a little bit sensitive under those full moons. So listen, tune in, nature, grounding, water. Yeah. Work on your body. Yeah. Clippity clop, Capricorn, clippity clop, clippity clop. Up the mountain, clippity clop. Yeah. Rest when you need to. What if rest was as powerful as and productive as, you know, a powerful workout? Yeah. Rest like it is. I have my notes next to me here because my brain is like, I'm still getting over jet lag so bad. And remember, if something doesn't feel aligned, have the courage to let it go, because every time we let go, we create space to create something new. And we are new every day, so maybe we need to create new things that are aligned with us. Yeah. And my friends, if you don't have it all figured out right now and you can't see too far along the path, it's cool. Yeah, we're just going one foot in front of the other. Yeah, and we're trusting that we can make that step regardless of the terrain. Yeah, and let's look up. Yeah, let's look up. Notice what's around you. Notice a beautiful life. Have gratitude. Have, pure gratitude for the blessing that this life is, and then you're going to create more blessings. I'm just going to read you this last sentence here. It says, the path has a funny way of revealing itself once we start walking. As we step into a brand new month, remember that July isn't asking you to become someone new. It's inviting you to trust the person you've been becoming all along. And I have a feeling you're much closer than you think. So I leave you with that, my beautiful friends. Have an amazing week. I love you all. I will be back in Brisbane next week, back in the office, back doing my thing, back dancing and moving. So have an eye out. The calendar will be back open again. And yeah, we get to play again. I send you lots of love.